Oblivra is the visual.
It was the winter of 1999 in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, a quiet coastal town where porch lights stayed on and people believed nothing evil could touch them. Ronald Lee Bell Jr. was 17. Crystal Maestas was 16. Two kids who felt misunderstood, bonded by love and anger, running from homes that never felt like home. When Crystal ran away, she ended up with a 31-year-old man named Cordell Richards, a man who seemed kind only in the beginning. Soon he was walking into her room without knocking, staring too long, touching too freely. One night she told Ronald he'd hit her, cornered her, whispered things no grown man should say to a 16-year-old. Ronald snapped. Fueled by love, fear, and teenage rage, Ronald, Crystal, and their 15-year-old friend Renee Lynx decided to teach him a lesson. What began as a plan to scare him turned into something darker. They went to Walmart that night. They grabbed a rope, chain, and a lock, items that meant nothing to the cashier, but everything to what came next. Back at Richard's apartment, Ronald waited until the man was asleep. Then the attack began. A baseball bat to the head. They tied him up, wrapped him in a blanket, and shoved him into the trunk of a car. The drive out of town was hollow and silent, broken only by the thudding from the trunk. They reached a dead-end road in the woods, chained him to a tree, and demanded his ATM pin. Richards begged, cried, promised he wouldn't tell. But mercy wasn't part of the plan anymore. Bell poured lighter fluid on him. One sparked and the night exploded orange. They left him there, burned and barely breathing, believing it was done. But the next day, Bell came back and heard something no one expected, a faint voice. Richards was still alive. Panicked, Bell tried to break his neck, failed, left again, bought a meat cleaver and duct tape, returned to the woods and ended it. The scream stopped only when the blade found his throat. A week later, they returned once more with gasoline, not out of rage, but to erase evidence. Fire swallowed what was left, but it couldn't hide the truth. A month later, investigators found Richard's remains still chained to the tree. From there, the clues unraveled. Walmart receipts, missing person reports. In court, Ronald sat stiff and stone-faced, the youngest one there, but the most frightening. Crystal barely lifted her eyes as the verdict sealed her fate. A girl who once whispered soft Spanish prayers now faced a lifetime without sunlight. People said it started because she was hurt and he wanted to protect her. But what happened in those woods was more than revenge. It was obsession, love twisted into something monstrous. And in the end, a quiet Florida town learned the truth. Monsters don't always come from the dark. Sometimes, they're born from the people we love.